Hi, this is a great time to work on your goals. But if you're anything like me, you've set goals before, and some of them you've met, but a lot of them you haven't. And so it took me a while to work through a process that helped me, one, clarify my goals, and two, really put a process in place that helps me get clear, get focused, and put a plan in place to achieve those goals. And so I wanted to take a little time to share that with you. Now I've also have a link to a worksheet that you can follow along, and you can fill this out even as you watch the video. But before we get started, I know that a lot of times we have a lot of pressures on us. We live in a busy world, and so there's pressures on us to, from our jobs, from our families, from our kids, to all these different things of expectations that sometimes are put upon us, and sometimes we feel like we have to do them, but maybe they're not really what you want to do. They might not really be the needle movers that really change your life and move it in the direction that you want. And so I have this 4-step process that I'm going to walk you through that will help you. So the first one is it's looking at your current status. Your current status. And here I want the truth. What do I mean by that? I mean that a lot of times we say, oh, well, this is where I am in life. But sometimes we're not being honest, especially if it's talking to other people. Everybody tries to paint a rosy picture of how life is so great. But really, there's lots of pain that you have that you're covering up. And sometimes you're covering it up from yourself. You don't want to admit it to yourself what's really going on. Like, why am I not achieving these goals? Maybe there's something deeper. I'm not where I want to be health-wise or fitness-wise or financially or relationship. So you need to get honest with yourself. Like, what is it that's going on with you, and be truly honest with yourself, because really pain is going to drive you more so than pleasure. A few weeks ago I did a cleanse, and the last week of the cleanse was a water cleanse, just all water. And I was like, when I first heard about it, I was like, oh no, the third week I can't do. There's no way I can do just water. And then I had a tooth problem. And every time I ate, I had pain, serious pain. I ended up getting a root canal. So when I was going through this pain, there was no problem not eating. Water was great. I was like, yeah, I can do water. I don't want to even do smoothies. There was nothing else I wanted to do. I just wanted water when I was having this pain. So pain is a huge motivator. Once I went through, dealing with my tooth pain issue, I was like, there's no problem. I can do the water fast. Now that I know that if I had the right incentive, I would have done it. And I did do it. So you need to find out what your pain is and be honest with it so it helps to motivate you. Now, if you're filling out your worksheet, you can hit pause right now and you can go fill that out right now. And I'm going to just continue on to number 2. Hopefully you're back with me now. So number 2 is, I want you to think about that you just had an amazing year. Imagine it's 1 year later and you had an amazing year. And I want you to look back at your year and see what you achieved. What were the accomplishments that you achieved? What would this dream year be? And I want you to write it down. So I want you to do your 1 year look back. 1 year goals. Whoops, that's a little messy there. Okay, 1 year goal. So you've had the best year ever. You were looking back, what you accomplished. You want to write down what you accomplished. Okay. okay? This is your, this gets you clear on what you really want. Not what somebody else wants for you. Not what your boss wants, your husband wants, your kids, or your parents, your sister, your neighbors, whoever, okay? This is not what they want. This is not they can make their own perfect year, okay? This is your year. This is your year, and I want you to go back, and I want you to see what you accomplished, and I want you to write it down. Again, if you're following along with the worksheet, pause now and come back when you're finished. So number 3, I have another story. I forgot. To go along with these 1-year goals, why do we do that? Okay? Well, it's about getting very clear on what you want. And so I remember my family went on a rafting trip. And so we arrived at the riverbank, and we look at the river, and it's pretty rough. There was just a storm the day before, and the water was higher than we expected. It was a bit rough, and we were like, well, maybe now's not the right day. Maybe we should go. And then the rafting instructor came in. I said, no, wait. He said, no, I can guide you through this. And we're like, yeah, are you sure? He's like, yes. He says, what I want you to do, this is what you need to do. When I point to where you need to go, I want you to paddle like crazy to get there. Focus on where I point. And he says, what I found out was when I first started, I would point to say, oh, avoid that rock. And people would like, oh, I gotta avoid the rock. And then the next thing they know, they head right into the rock. Okay. And they said, and then I'd say, oh, avoid that log. And they're like, oh, the log. And next thing they know, they run right into the log and flip over. It's like, but if you go to where I point and you are focused and you paddle to where you want to go, you avoid the rocks. You didn't even know it was there. You avoid the logs. You didn't even know it was there. You didn't know where those pitfalls were. Okay, you were so laser focused on your goal, on where you needed to go, that you just focused on that. So that's why we do number 2. We want you to get laser focused on your goals and what you want to achieve. So that's why number 2. Number 3 is, why do you want those goals? Why is it important? Okay? Why are those goals important to you? And I want you to go deep. What are the emotions behind achieving those goals? I'll share mine, okay? My truth is that I am not my ideal weight, and I haven't been for a number of years, okay? And my 1-year goal is that I'm going to be 120 pounds again, okay? And so I have 15 pounds to lose. And so, but why is that important to me? I mean, it's just a number. I mean, it is a number. It's achievable, and it is a measurable number. So that's important, okay? Keep that in mind when you're setting your goals. But why is it important to me? And that's really important. Why is being 120 pounds important to me? Well, for one, this year I turned 50. And so to me, that's a big number. It's sort of, that turning point in life, and I'm a little scared of it. But it's deeper than that. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I think about turning 50, I worry about looking older. I worry about not being as attractive. And more importantly, really important, not being attractive to my husband. That is important. I want to be sexy for my husband. Not for strangers. I don't care about them. Sure, I'd like to look good in front of them, whatever. I want to look good because I want my husband to be attracted to me. I want him to say, woo, I want to be with her. And don't we all want to be wanted? Don't we all want to have somebody be attracted to us and want to be with us? I mean, I also want to do it for my kids too. I want them to be proud of me. I want to actually weigh less than my daughter, who's 12. She's taller than me, actually. And she's this solid, gymnast, and she's, 120 pounds right now. And I want to weigh what she weighs right now, okay? I mean, and I want her to look at me and be proud. I want my son to look at me and be proud. But more importantly, I want to be sexy for my husband. So that's going to drive me to this goal. And that's why you have to find out what's important to you. So again, if you're following along and doing your worksheet, you can pause now. Okay, I hope you're back with me. So the last one, number 4. Okay, what do you need to put in place to make this happen? Okay, yes, we need to be focused, but we still need to make sure that we have put things in place so we can avoid those pitfalls. Okay, what do I need to put in place so I can hit my goals? Well, I know diet's very important. It's always worked for me in the past to help me lose weight and feel amazing. So I need to make sure. I mean, yes, I work for Natural Zeng. I have all these great superfood powders and all that. Yeah, but I don't always have them in my kitchen. So I know I'm going to have 2 smoothies a day as my meals, breakfast and lunch. But they have to be nutrient-dense smoothies. These are my meals, okay? So I have to make sure I have at least 2 protein powders on hand because I like to switch things up. I need to make sure I have lots of green powders. I'm going to have the Zura Green, but I think I'm going to have some spirulina on hand too. I want to make sure I have the berries available, maybe camu, acai, or maybe the Zura berry. I want to make sure I have maca because I love maca and that helps keep me focused and energized. Ashwagandha, I love the mushrooms, so I'm going to make sure I have the mushrooms. I'm going to make sure I have all this stuff in place that I have no excuse. I'm not going to go and reach for something else in the refrigerator. No, I'm going to say, no, I have everything I need to make my smoothie. And I have all the ingredients to make it nutrient dense, so I don't need to cheat and use crappy stuff, okay? I'm going to stay focused on an extremely healthy diet, okay? That's number 1. I know I need to do that, and I will do that. The other thing I know, I need to make sure I stick to a regular exercise routine, and that's really my weakness because I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll start it, and then I don't do it. So I have already put in place a plan of action. I know how many times I'm going to work out, like I'm going to run 3 days a week, and then I'm going to do this other workout exercise where I'm building muscle tone and doing different weightlifting and different aerobic activities. So I have a plan in action, and that's really important. I know I have to have the stuff I need in place so I don't eat the wrong things. If I don't have an exercise plan in place, I won't do it, okay? I know if I'm like just, I'm not just gonna wing it. If I say, oh, I'll just wing it, I'm not gonna do an exercise routine. I just know me. I know if I don't have a plan in place, what I'm doing each exercise day, then I'm not going to do it. So it's very important for me to have a plan. In fact, I started with this exercise, okay? And then I took it a step further, and I encourage you with this idea as well, is that I took this and then I made quarterly goals, and then I made monthly goals, and then I wrote down what did I need to do as a weekly habit or a daily habit to help me keep my pace to get to those monthly, quarterly, and my annual goals. Okay, so that if you want to take it a step further, take it a next step further and do that. I did, and I knew that that's what I needed to keep my goals and make sure they actually took place. So I hope this was helpful for you. And if you did like it, please like and subscribe because I will be coming out with more helpful videos.